Well, to shed more light on this, we have the pleasure to have this phone with Dr. Ashraf Roxy, international migration expert. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Hi.
Well, Dr. Roxy, how do you see the efforts that are exerted by Egypt in order to combat the illegal migration?
Okay. Egypt, starting from the beginning in 2004, signed and ratified the two important protocols related to Palermo Convention on combating irregular smuggling of migrants by sea, land, and air, in addition to the second protocol, which is related to combating trafficking of persons, especially women and children. In addition, after 2013, I mean, this phenomenon started around like more than 20 years ago. But starting from 2013, there was a mass influx of irregular migration from Egypt towards the northern part of the Mediterranean. And it took around like 3 years of ups and downs until Egypt put the legislation number 82 of 2016 in combating illegal migration. And in 2022, Egypt amended this legislation in order to maximize the punishment. Previously, it was like around 200,000 Egyptian pounds of fine and confiscation of the boat. Now it's up to 55 million Egyptian pounds fine, or in addition to imprisonment of the smugglers or traffickers. So Egypt, all the time, whenever there is an international conference, is reiterates that we stopped this irregular migration from this Egyptian part, the southern part of the Mediterranean, starting from September 2016 in particular.
Yes. So, Dr. Roxy, as you've just mentioned, that Egypt is always participating in international conferences, as today, on the behalf of President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, Prime Minister Dr. Mustafa Madbouli will participate in the international conference for migration and development that is due to be held in Rome on Sunday.
Yes, today. Yes.
Yes. Would you like to comment on this?
Of course, yeah, Egypt is there all the time.
Yes.
Egypt is not only like trying to combat this irregular migration, but Egypt, starting from 2016, is doing like a good effort in order to treat the root causes of this irregular migration by the improvement of the livelihood of refugees and migrants. Because Egypt, whether we like it or not, is a transit country for migrants. So maybe the percentage of Egyptians who try to migrate by the sea irregularly is not more than like 30%. Other percentage, the remaining 70%, are from other nationalities, African and Arab nationalities. So Egypt is not only trying to combat or letting people drown like other countries, like what happened last month, but Egypt is trying to treat the root causes of this irregular migration, especially when it comes to health and education. Of course, according to the capacity of the country, by the way, because we have like millions of migrants. So Egypt cannot handle this huge number and satisfy their basic needs by itself. That's why maybe if you could remember in May, Filippo Grandi, the High Commissioner of Refugees, when he was in Egypt, he made an appeal to support Egypt in order to improve the livelihood of refugees and migrants on its territory.
Yes. So, Dr. Roxy, Egypt also, some of the steps that that it is taking is the spreading awareness among youth on the danger of illegal migration and the impact of this on the youth or the person and his family. Also, Egypt is always trying to educate the young people and also to provide job opportunities for the youth. How do you see this?
Exactly, because I mean, if I am a regular migrant, what is my aspiration? My aspiration is to find good education, good job, and good treatment in case of I'm sick. So Egypt is trying according to its capacity in order to improve the livelihood of its people and even the migrants in particular, because as I said, that they represent the majority of those who are trying to irregularly leave the southern part of the Mediterranean to the northern part. Furthermore, Egypt also is trying to map the places from which people try to migrate, to regularly migrate. As I indicated earlier, that since 2016, there is no single trip that migrated from Egypt, but those who want to migrate to Italy and Europe, though, they take the road to Libya because of the lack of control by the government, the two governments there. So the situation there is not stable enough to control the borders.
Yes.
So Egypt is trying to treat the root causes and not combat, and that, as I said, that to take harsh measures towards those who are trying to irregularly migrate. Let me also add that in the Egyptian legislation 64 of 2010, Egypt is not criminalizing those who are victims of human trafficking like other countries. They could criminalize people and even put them in jail. Egypt doesn't in this legislation of 2010.
Yes. Yes. Also, Dr. Roxy, one of the things, the good things I mean, praising the success of Egypt in combating illegal migration, that the German Minister of Defense have praised Egypt's success of preventing any boat carrying migrants towards Europe from leaving the Egyptian coasts. And this happened since the year 2016. And that was during her meeting during the meeting between the German defense minister and the Egyptian foreign minister in Munich. Also, one of the good things also that the United Nations Organization for Migration in Cairo have praised Egypt's efforts in order to reduce illegal migration, as of course Egypt have adopted policies for this. So how did you read this?
Okay, because the European parties all the time, they're trying to put pressure on the transit countries like Egypt, Tunisia, Libya, Morocco, and Algeria. So Egypt is doing a compromise, which I really appreciate, because, as I said, that not taking harsh measures, but still treating the root causes. So the result is, as we see, trying to educate people, trying to let people find an alternative on the Egyptian soil to find jobs. Of course, this may take longer time than we expect, but it's due to the capacity of the country right now.
Yes, I thank you very much for your time. Thank you for your valuable information, Dr. Ashraf Roxy, international migration expert. Thank you very much for joining us over the phone. Well, with this, my dear viewers, we come to the end of this episode of our program, Cairo Local Time. My name is Amal Mukhtar. Thank you for watching.